Okay, what is up, gun enthusiasts? I just finished my review on the ViperTech knife that I carry in my EDC, and I wanted to get into an actual breakdown of the Springfield Hellcat. I know I've done some videos here on like holster options and some comparison videos to different guns that I own, but I kind of wanted to do something more specific towards this firearm, give you my impressions on it, why I like it so much, why it's, you know, my go-to for not only carrying every day, but also for keeping in my nightstand. So let's get into that. So things I like about this gun is I'm a real big fan of the grip, right? The grip angle itself, how it's angled here. It's got like a little bit of a finger groove here, but not really, you know, big like, you know, like the Gen 3 and 4 Glocks do. I really like this adaptive grip texture they have here, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a grip texture that they have designed to have like little tiny pyramids on it that are more pointy, and then in other areas they're kind of chopped off. So it's the thought process behind it is once you get that pistol in your hand and get that grip on it, that it's supposed, the tighter you squeeze, the more it's supposed to kind of adapt, you know, to your hand. So really do like that. I like the ergos on this gun. I think it looks really nice. Like that the slide serrations go all the way around. The pistol on the back, it does have a loaded chamber indicator here. You can also see that here on the side when the gun is loaded. This will pop out a little bit, but you can also see the case right there on the side. The sights, absolutely love these sights. If you haven't seen these sights before, this is what they're calling the U-notch. So it's, you know, U-notch is not something that's new, but they actually put like a white, you know, U on the back, so it's really easy to pick up. Now, that does not light up with any kind of tritium. The only tritium is here on the front, but it's just, it's easy to acquire. Like if you just have to get that real quick, bam, you just get it out, bang, it's right there. Like it's easy to acquire, right? It's almost like the XS Big Dots, but to me, I can pick this up even better. And it just, when you have the pistol and you're pointing it and you're looking, you know, down the sight channel, it's just really easy to pick up. It looks really good. I found that I'm extremely accurate with it. And so, you know, again, I'm just a huge fan. I do like that, unlike the P365 and whatnot, they actually stipple up here as opposed to just down here on the gun. They also, there's like a cutout right here, an indentation to put your finger on both sides. That also has the same grip texture here. It does have, you know, a rail that you can put lights and lasers on. And also, you know, a flat face trigger. I'm a huge fan of the flat face triggers. Has the blade safety in it, but you know, when you pull back, instead of having that curve like Glock has, or you know, even without the blade safety like the 365 or the Shield has, it comes back flat, almost like a 1911 or a you know, if you upgrade to a flat trigger. I found that it's more comfortable. I like the reset, I like the pull, and I'm more accurate with a flat face trigger. So I really, you know, I really enjoy that about this gun. You know, you are getting 13+1 with this mag extension. You get 11+1 in the either the flush or the pinky extension. So I mean, you really think about something this size. I mean, now I have pretty big hands. Like I have, you know, XL to double XL hands depending on the glove. So I have pretty big hands. But I mean, this gun can fit in the hand, right? So to me, getting 13+1 in a package this size is unbelievable, right? I was carrying around a Glock 19, and now that's 15+1. You get a few more rounds, but it's a much bigger gun. It's much heavier. It's much thicker. Like, you notice it much more, especially if you're going to carry it, for long periods throughout the day. Carry it in the car, things of that nature, especially in the appendix position. It's definitely noticeable. So what companies like Springfield and SIG have done is they've built off of the Glock platform and model, and have now brought to the market firearms that you can fit in your pocket that almost have or do have the capacity of something like a Glock 19. Right? If you look at the Glock 43X, I have one of those. It's okay. I sold it, but I mean, it's bigger than this, and it's 10+1. Now you can get the Shield Arms 15 round magazines for it, but then again, you're adding aftermarket products to your gun that can sometimes mess with the performance. I've heard people say that they've had to go and replace the mag release because the metal magazines were tearing up their plastic or polymer mag release on their Glocks. So they were having to, you don't only have to upgrade those, but you have to upgrade the mag release. And there's all these things that you have to do in order to make that a 15 round pistol. So this gun is more than capable to get the job done when you're concealed carrying. It's more than capable of handling the job as a home defense weapon in the nightstand too. I mean, you pull this out, you have 14 rounds of 9mm. You grab your extra mag, you're up to 25, possibly 27 rounds of 9mm. In a Glock 19, you're looking at 31 rounds. So you're right in the same area there in a much smaller gun, a much smaller package. So, I'm going to just drop the mag here, and I guess I should have done this earlier, but, it is clear. I mean, even that, if you were to have the flush mag, it's not, that bad. It's not uncomfortable. That's what I really like about this gun. It feels really natural in the hand with the grip angle and just the slight finger groove there. It just feels really good. And when you pick it up and point it, it feels really natural. It points really natural, and it shoots really flat. Not a ton of recoil, especially for a small pistol. But I found that I'm really accurate with it. It's really comfortable. It has a lot of the features on it that I would have to upgrade on a Glock if I was to buy one. And so right out of the box, you're getting 11+1, 13+1. You're getting, a tritium night sight. You're getting a flat face trigger. You're getting, a rail. You're getting, a loaded chamber indicator. You're getting the little cutout here that Glock doesn't have with, to put your, to rest your finger. I just think much better product right out of the box. You can pick these up, I think, probably about $550 for this model, and probably $575 to $600 for the OSP model. I did have an OSP model before this one, but sold it and got this one because I was like, I'm not the type of person that's going to put an optic on my gun. Just not my thing. I mean, if it's your thing, cool. But I didn't want to do that, and I also heard some stories of guys who hadn't put an optic on the top of the slide here, that the screws that were there after firing, so many hundred rounds would actually come loose and it would pop off. So I didn't really want that to happen. So I sold that to somebody and then got this one, but just really like this pistol. I think to me, you can't beat this. If you're at a gun shop and they have, the 43X or the 43, and they have the Shield, and they have the 365, and they have this, pick up all of the guns. I'm not telling you should buy this gun. It's all personal preference and based upon, how you feel about it, how it feels to you. It's all personal preference. But I will say that of all the guns that I do own, this is my favorite. It feels the best and most natural in my hand. It points natural. It shoots flat. It has all the you know, extras and things on it that I would put on a carry piece if, you know, I was to buy one and kind of upgrade everything. So check it out. I think it's a really good option for concealed carry. My wife has one as well. It's her favorite gun. So she was actually the first one to get it before I was. She went to a local range for Ladies' Day and shot the 365 and the Hellcat. Came away way more impressed with everything about the Hellcat, and then went out and bought one. She bought the last one at our local shop, so I had to kind of wait around to get mine, but she really likes it as well. She has a shield as well that, you know, she really likes. She's had Glocks in the past. She just noticed that she didn't shoot Glocks as accurate and didn't really like the way they felt. So, you know, those are her two pieces, are the shield and then obviously the Hellcat. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good gun, really good option for concealed carry. And it's something that, you know, kind of transcends. It's unlike a, you know, a Glock 42 or a 43 or a Shield or something like that. All great guns. I'm not saying you can't defend the home with them, but if you have something like this and you have 14 rounds in it, as opposed to something that you have 7, 8, 9 in, that makes a huge difference, right? I mean, you take a Glock 43, and you have 6 plus 1, that's 7. You take this, you have 13 plus 1, 14. You basically have twice, I mean, you don't basically, you have twice as many rounds in something that's the same size. So it just, to me, it makes sense. To me, this is probably, I mean, unless you like live up in Alaska or backwoods and you need like a, you know, a 10 mil or something like that, I think this is the best gun on the market that the average person, the average shooter, the average concealed carry person would need to buy or could buy, because you can do a multitude of things with it, and it really is, you know, an all-in-one do-it-all pistol, and something that's this size, that's comfortable, that, you know, the wife can throw in a purse, or, you know, keep in, you know, a flashbang holster or a pair of yoga pants or whatever, and be able to have 14 rounds or, you know, 12 rounds to defend herself with. I just think you can't beat it. And, you know, this isn't just a gun for a man. This is a gun for women too. It's a gun for new shooters. It's a gun for, you know, experienced shooters. It's a gun for somebody who wants a great concealed carry option, and also something that they can keep in the nightstand to defend the home with. So that's my take on that. My review on the Hellcat, what I think about it. If it's something that I think you should check out, I would absolutely 100% recommend it. So, you know, if you can get to a local gun store and check one out, you know, I bet you'll like it. I'm not saying for 100% for sure that you will, but I bet you will. And you know, maybe this will be your next gun purchase. I do know at shops around me, this is extremely hard to find right now. I've gone to smaller gun shops, bigger gun shops, chains like Shields, and they have different Glocks. They have the Shield, they have the 365, but they did not have this in stock. So this is one of the ones that's kind of hard to find. You might have to go to like a website like armslist.com or Gunbroker and maybe buy one out of state and have it shipped to your FFL. I've had to do that with a few guns in the past, so that may be the route you have to go, but I guarantee if you get this thing in, you're not going to be disappointed. So that's my take on the Hellcat. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found this information helpful in helping you decide if the Hellcat may be right for you, or maybe right for the wife or the girlfriend. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. That's fine too. Leave a comment in the section below. You can subscribe to the channel or share the video if you want. And until next time, I'm out of here.